Let's put some of these points now to Amir Avivi, who's former Deputy Commander for the IDF in Gaza, now Chairman and founder of IDSF, the Israel Defence and Security Forum. If you'll accept that there does appear to be a degree of global mood hardening against Israel, is it right the offensive should continue in your view? Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I think that Israel has the right to defend itself. We are facing a terror army of 35,000 terrorists that have stormed our towns, raped women, decapitated heads of children, burned people alive. And this terror organization cannot exist. It needs to be destroyed. Israel understands that when we go and operate in an area, we have to take the civilians out of this area. Israel did that all over the Gaza Strip. Israel moved 1 million people from the north to the south and then operated in the north. And now Israel is moving the citizens out of Rafah. Israel is not going to go to a ground incursion in Rafah while citizens are inside. 300,000 people already left. The others will be moved also to a safety area along the coast. And following that, Israel will be able to go in and bring back our hostages. We have hostages there. There is the leadership of Hamas in Rafah.
Well,
so Israel must go in.
The acts that you describe are truly appalling, and the whole world knows that. But I have to put to you that now other nations do not share your view of this plan. Here in Britain, we have the Deputy Foreign Secretary questioning where there is a credible plan. We have the Belgian Prime Minister seeking to stop trading with Israel, and we have the US stopping a bomb shipment. I hear what you say, former Deputy Commander, but the world does not agree.
Well, with all due respect, the world is saying to Israel, lose the war. Israel is not going to lose the war. This is an existential war. It's either Hamas or us. And we cannot have a reality where Hamas stays in power, and not going into Rafah means Hamas stays in power, means they can build themselves endlessly.
But as one British MP...
in a few months we'll find ourselves in the same place we were on the 6th of October with a terror army.
But as one British MP said yesterday, the children are moved into Rafah and then they're moved again. And where are they meant to go? And the children, I think you'll accept, are not the enemy.
It's very simple. There is a viable plan to move them to the coastal area. I must tell you as a former deputy, it's a non-issue. It's really something not complicated. We moved them before 40 kilometers, now they need to move 4 kilometers. And already they're doing so. As we are speaking, 300,000 people, even before Israel asked them to move, already moved.
What sort of life is that?
How complicated can it be to move people 4 kilometers?
Deputy,
why would this be a problem?
So what sort of life is that for these children?
Well, I want to tell you something. In Ukraine, when the Russians invaded Ukraine, 14 million Ukrainians chose to get out of Ukraine. Nobody blocked the border for them. Egypt is blocking the ability of children and women to go out to the Sinai Peninsula to a safe zone, and this creates a reality.
I have to say, I think with respect, you're dodging the question. What sort of life? I hear what you say about Egypt, but the children are being moved because of the IDF planned offensive. So what sort of life is it for these innocent children, Deputy?
Well, we are in a war.
The children aren't, are they?
I mean, look, the more we prolong the war, then the more we wait until there can be a construction of Gaza again. You cannot construct Gaza if Hamas exists.
But you're a military man. We
cannot move forward with any viable plan to construct Gaza.
You are a military man. Surely you know better than I that there's a real fear that all that Israel is doing is breeding the next generation of Hamas terrorists and the generation after that.
Well, I'll tell you something. We cannot control intents. We can control capabilities. And Israel is not intending to have a terror army in Gaza. I mean, Israel handed Gaza to the Palestinians, hoping for peace. Everybody talked about this idea of making Gaza the next Singapore. And instead of making it Singapore, they made it a terror hub with 35,000 terrorists, tens of thousands of rockets, all the money, all this international community gave to Gaza went to terror infrastructure.